Okay, so in this demo video, I'm going to show you a glitter color fade. So how to apply glitter. Now, I've prepped the nail. So we've, in the previous videos, if you have a quick look, you'll see the cuticle word preparation, the nail preparation. I've done all that. Now I want to basically go straight into application of product. So I'm going to start with a coat of our glass. So where did I put it? Oh, here. So this is just going to basically prepare the nail for the product. So I'm using this as a base. And the other thing that I'm going to do a little bit different this time is I'm going to use a coat of Build It over the top of this layer after I've cured it. And what that's going to do is it's just going to provide a little bit of a protective and thicker coat, which acts as like a nail strengthener. So it's slightly thicker than our glass. And the good thing about this product is that it's a hard gel. Well, it's based on a hard gel. So to soak it off, you can't soak it off. It's only, you can soak it off because I've used the glass underneath, but you can't soak it off on its own. So if you ever want to do your nails and you want to have that, that basically the benefit of being able to soak it off, always use your glass underneath. Then you can use this, then finish with your glass because that way it'll soak off. It's called sandwiching. So yeah, that's that. So I'm just waiting for this to cure. Okay, so I'm going to apply a coat of Build It. And the idea is we're actually going to apply the glitter onto the uncured gel. So you can see how this top coat is, or top coat, this gel coat is thicker. So this will offer the nail that extra bit of protection as well. And then what I want to do, I'm just going to get the gold out the way for a sec, is I'm going to apply some silver around the cuticle area. And I'm trying to get as much product as I can back in the pot so that I'm not wasting a lot of product. And then I'm going to tap off the excess. Then I'm going to grab the gold and I'm just cleaning off the extra glitter that's on the end of my scoop. Then I'm just going to apply some gold on the end. And if I tap that off, oops, let's tap that off, not in the pot. So we've got a little bit of the two colours going together. Now with this, if I wanted to blend them two together, we haven't got, our brushes haven't arrived as yet, but we actually do have brushes coming, which is super exciting. So just when the brushes do arrive, what you can do is just tap that together very, very gently, and you'll see that you've got like a blend happening there. So it's when the two colors blend into one another. Okay. So we're going to pop this in, we're going to cure it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit more silver just to blend that a little bit better, and then that's pretty much done. So we'll cure this now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit more of the build, and I'm just going to apply it pretty much in here, in this section. Now, before I put my brush back in my pot, there's a little bit of glitter in there. I do not want to put that back into my bottle. So just clean your brush off before you put it in. And then getting the silver. So obviously if you're doing one color, you're not going to have to worry about using a brush or anything for the time being. But I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what's coming. Okay, so I'll just tap the excess off. And then I can just blend that. Because with the colour fade, you kind of want it to blend one into the other so that it's not like a solid line block. Okay, so we're going to cure this again for another 45 seconds. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to cap the nail in glass, which means I'm going to encase the glitter. And once this is done, you can either leave it like this, or if you're like me and you don't like to feel any type of bump on the nail, you can actually give the nail a buff. So make sure that you get good coverage. Make sure you clean your brush before you put it back into the bottle, because any excess polish glitter is going to drain into your bottle, and you don't want that, because then if you want to just do a normal color, you're going to end up with glitter going through it. Okay, so clean it off, and then we can pop this in and cure it for 45. Okay, so this has basically been cured, and this is our finish. But as I said, I like to have a very nice smooth nail, and this has got just a few little, bumps in it from the glitter, which is a given because it's, glitter's not smooth. So I can fine tune this nail by giving it a file. So I'm just making sure there's no excess product sitting in the sides of the nail. Touch up around the free edge, and then just really lightly buff over the nail surface and down. Always keep the file flat. If you keep the file flat, you won't end up with a bumpy, uneven kind of nail. Keeping the file flat will just smooth the surface out so that it's level. And you'll see if it's not level, because you're going to see shiny spots, which means that if you're keeping the file flat and there's shiny spots, means that there's dips. So it's a good way to gauge how smooth your nail is. But rubbing my thumb over the nail, I can feel now that it is nice and smooth. So I can come in, clean the nail surface, like remove any dust and oils from my thumb, running over the top, and then finish it with one last coat of glass. And then you'll have a nice smooth glitter application. So you can do this with any of the glitters, whether they're the fine glitters or the chunky glitters. Don't forget to cap your free edge and just float your polish down over again to make sure you don't end up with a lip. And done. Cure for 45.